Big changes in the form of comings and goings. The All-Stars put on a show in Orlando. And 4 teams wrap up the first half of the season with impressive records. Time for a hard-hitting show right now on ECHL Week. Hi, and welcome to ECHL Week. Perhaps the most significant move in recent minor league hockey history took place earlier this month when it was announced that 3 cities which had housed American Hockey League teams would host ECHL clubs next season. Plus, the 3 California ECHL teams will become part of a new Pacific division of the AHL. To help put this in perspective, we have ECHL Commissioner Brian McKenna on the phone with us. Commissioner, thanks for joining us. Briefly, what do these changes mean for fans in terms of what they can expect in the ECHL next season?
There'll be some different rivals, some new teams playing in their facility. If you're an ECHL fan, you'll see some different logos, some different teams, and that, I guess, from a point of view of variety, is a good thing. But still, it's change, and for the fans in the West, certainly we lose some good traditional ECHL markets in Bakersfield, Stockton, and Ontario, which we're sad to see go. And I think that's going to be a difference for the teams in the West. On the other hand, at our meetings a couple of weeks ago, we also approved a plan to have increased east-west travel. So they're going to see more of a variety of teams from the East going West, and I think some of our fans in the East will also get an opportunity to see some of the folks in the West that maybe they haven't seen in their building before.
Regarding the historical aspects of this, does that mean there will be more variety in scheduling than there's been in the past in terms of teams playing different opponents?
I would say that's a safe bet. I mean, we're never going to be in a position, because of the travel involved, we're never going to be in a position to have a fully balanced schedule across the board, and I don't think our fans would want to see that either. I think they do like to have that healthy dose of their closest rival, 5 and 5 home, 5 road, or 6 home, 6 away against games against those closest teams. That will still be maintained, but yeah, and certainly in recent memory, we will have more variety in terms of travel and different teams coming to each ECHL arena than we've had in the past.
Is it reasonable to expect that within the next 2 or 3 seasons, the ECHL could be at 30 teams?
I think that's reasonable. There's expressions of interest that we've had now from several different ownership groups or several different markets that have occurred here over the past 30 to 60 days. I expect that we will have interest going into the summer, going into the off season, and potential expansion. There may be some additional relocations in the future, not necessarily of our league, but just as a result of if there are additional NHL teams that want to move west, then so there is going to be some moving pieces here over the next 12 to 18 months, and as part of that, it's our hope that we do have applications from viable groups in markets that geographically make sense for us in the long-term interest of the ECHL, and if so, then I think it's very realistic that we could get to the 30 teams.
Right before the start of this season, the ECHL expanded by adding the former Central Hockey League clubs. But there's one other new entry for 2014-15, and it deserves a bit of attention. Bringing pro hockey back to Indianapolis for the first time in 10 years, the Indy Fuel started off the season slowly. But a recent 11-1-1 run has put the team squarely into the playoff picture. We caught up earlier this season with team president Sean Hallett and asked him the most difficult thing about starting a hockey team from scratch.
The most challenging thing is just finding people. It's finding the right people to do the right thing. When you embark on something like this, the sports business was new to me, and it was just finding all the right people. It wasn't only finding a good hockey staff, but it was finding a good game day op staff, a good ticketing staff. And you know what? I think we put that team together. What would make this season successful is provide providing our fans with the best in-game experience so that they want to come back regardless of how the team's doing. I'll leave the hockey to the coach. I believe we have a competitive team. I believe we're going to do well hockey-wise, but my job my success is really to have the fans walk away and say, wow, you know what? That was pretty good for minor league hockey. I think the long-term prospects are we're a major metropolitan market. We have a good hockey base. I see from social media there's a lot of people attending their first hockey game here tonight. So you know what? We've got to convert them. And we have a small venue, only 6,500 seats for a big metro market. We have two good rivalries. I think we're here for the long term.
The ECHL Board of Governors has approved a realignment plan for next season, which calls for 6 divisions. The Eastern Conference's North Division will feature 4 teams, while the East Division, with newcomers Adirondack, Manchester, and Norfolk, and the South Division will each have 5 members. The Western Conference will also have 1 division, the Central, with 4 clubs, and 2 divisions, the Midwest and West, with 5 teams each. As far as playoff qualification is concerned, each division winner makes the postseason, as well as the teams with the next 5 highest point totals in each conference. Because the ECHL does not have a balanced schedule, the divisional alignment doesn't make that much difference. In fact, because of this playoff structure, essentially teams are competing not just against divisional rivals, but all the teams in their conference for playoff spots. It's a similar system to the one that the ECHL used from 2010 through 2014. All playoff series will be best of 7. The conference champs will meet to battle for the Kelly Cup. One other team note, the Las Vegas Wranglers are no more. The franchise, which started play in 2003, has given up trying to find a suitable arena. The team made it to the ECHL playoff finals in both 2008 and 2012, but never won the Kelly Cup. A recap of this year's All-Star Game is next on ECHL Week.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning. Why?
Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
Hi, this is Alexander Krushelnyski of the Utah Grizzlies, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Players from all over the league recently congregated in Orlando for the ECHL's 21st All-Star Game. This year's format had the host Solar Bears taking on top talent from the rest of the league. Let's join the 3rd largest crowd ever to watch the league's mid-season classic and listen to the action as described for us by Wheeling announcer DJ Avicella.
Solar Bears look to break. Tansky in, right circle, wrist shot, score! Scott Tansky of the Orlando Solar Bears is the first player to light the lamp at the 2015 ECHL All-Star Classic. Marshall Everson, left circle, feeds it across, and they score! Carson McMillan off the cross ice pass through the slot by Marshall Everson, and the Orlando Solar Bears have tied it at 2. Hello to everybody north of the border. And Steve Kepper, an Indy Fuel fan. Miles Bell from the right face-off dot. He fires and scores! Along the ice, it's Miles Bell putting the ECHL All-Stars ahead 3-2 with 8:01 left in the second. And it's flicked down low, knocked out of the air by Bowman, who flicks out to center, trying to spring a man. It's the speedy Krushelnyski. He shoots, he scores! Alex Krushelnyski of the Utah Grizzlies using that fastest skater speed to blaze through center ice, and he beats Bonner on the stick side. It's a 4-2 lead for the All-Stars. That's Ozlansky, a shot, and a glove save made by Bonner. He tipped it away. Sutter on the doorstep, and it's whacked out of midair, and score! Miles Bell, his second goal of the period. Wonderful hand-eye coordination, batting it out of midair, and the All-Stars take a 5-2 lead with 39.6 left in the second. And the Solar Bears motor it to the right side. Trying to pitch it to center is Tansky. He does for Larson. Larson coming in for the Solar Bears. Right side backhand. He scores! And the Solar Bears have brought it within 2. It's 5-3 at 3:32 in the third. Ozlansky from Missouri steering it in. The Amway Center crowd is getting on its feet, wishing their team some luck here. But it's Archambault with a shot from the left circle, and he scores. Olivier Archambault from the inner edge of the left circle, beating Bonner over the glove, and it's now 6-3 in favor of the All-Stars. Tansky over the offensive blue. Left side pass goes to Cephas. Angle move. Leaves off. McAvoy scores! From the right circle, it's now a 6-4 game as Orlando is back within 2 at 6:43. Right side for the Solar Bears. Manderson hammers on the brakes. The trailer is Byer. Walking in right circle shot. Blocker save made by Waugh. And now it's a 3-on-0. Archambault in all alone. The shot. He scores. Olivier Archambault with the wrist shot on the stick side of Bonner. 8 seconds to go. Vale out of the left corner up to Byer. Fakes the shot. Fans want a shot. They want one more reason to cheer. Byer goes around, turns and fires. And Waugh makes the save to put the final punctuation mark on the 2015 ECHL All-Star Classic.
For the goals, a couple fortunate bounces. The first one wasn't exactly where I was trying to shoot, but happened to go in. From a team perspective, it's one of those games that you're expected to win.
To see the kids at FanFest getting a chance to play with the All-Stars, to see the kids in warm-ups tonight during the game, and then of course right on cue, Scott Tansky with the first goal, and to see everybody jump out of their seats, and it's a dream. This is what we worked for. These were the things that we had in mind when we put the franchise together. And then the second thing for us as an organization is, we have a lot of incredible employees, and we have an awful lot of support here in this community. So for our staff and our ancillary staff and our part-time people to get to experience this and have a hand, not just a hand, but really, really be able to be in the middle of the opportunity is certainly rewarding.
This is Shades, and we're the Orlando Solar Bears dance team, and you're watching ECHL Week.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Are you paying too much with your current payroll company? Are you concerned about how Obamacare could affect your business? If you're interested in a better, more cost-effective solution, Einstein HR is the answer. No more stressing out about Obamacare and the new regulations. No more worrying about being in compliance. No more overpriced payroll services. Let Einstein HR get you back to the business of doing business instead of spending needless hours and frustration taking care of details that add nothing to your bottom line. We provide a first-class payroll and HR services with superior customer service. Call Einstein HR today.
Hi, this is Dave Pecan of the Cincinnati Cyclones, and you can tweet me at Pacman, TWO.
Hi, this is Chris Crane of the Missouri Mavericks, and you can tweet me at Chris Crane 33.
Well, Reebok CCM is our official league sponsor, so all gloves, helmets, pants, sticks, I hope I'm not missing something there, are the providers. So every player has to wear that stuff. Then the goaltenders, what the companies can get into our licensing agreement as far as that, and skates for players. But all players have to wear that. The non-goaltending players have to wear the pants, gloves, helmet, CCM sticks, playing in the ECHL.
The 8th class of the ECHL's Hall of Fame was inducted during a luncheon ceremony the day of the All-Star Game. After the event, we spoke with all of this year's honorees.
We talked last night about that story of Roanoke Valley where in the middle of the second period, all of a sudden we hear a creak, and the worst winter storm of all time in the East Coast, I guess below the Mason-Dixon line, we had 6 feet of snow in a matter of 24 hours. And to top it all off, my parents were down here to visit. There was 10 people in the building that day to watch the game, and the building ended up collapsing in on top of us after 25 minutes after we went outside the rink.
I think maybe when I started my career in the ECHL, you never think of something like that would happen for you, and the league wasn't quite as big, so for all the growth it's had and what it's become, and I'm very proud to say that I'm in the Hall of Fame of the ECHL. Your career flashes before your eyes when you get the phone call, but it's a big deal, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
I couldn't believe it, but then it just felt so good. I was driving to work out on the West Coast, and my cell phone rang, and Brian called, and I just thought he was catching up. But then when he told me, I was just blown away.
I'm proud and humbled by the selection. The ceremony this afternoon was very much over the top for me, and I feel very good about it. I like the people that I are associated with and that made this league what they are.
My time in Louisiana, with how popularity the team was there in the mid-90s, it was just such a phenomenon, and that really sticks with me a lot, and how big it was.
An intern that I hired in New Jersey, this was a guy that really wanted to work in hockey, and he was a lawyer. He paid bills for me on Saturday mornings for like $8 an hour. That guy is now the COO of the San Jose Sharks. His name's John Totora, and he went to work at the National League, and now he's like running the San Jose Sharks. I mean, so to your point, I can't think of a better example of development off the ice than John Totora. What a success story.
I think there's more of a better quality of player that's playing now at the ECHL level. When I joined the league in the early 90s, it was, I won't call it a goon league, but it was a league that fought at every opportunity. And some of the fans love that. Most fans want to see good, fast, hard-hitting play, and that's what we were giving them right now.
In this league here, it's so big and so long-standing. Like you put up some half-decent numbers, and you think that there might be a possibility that you could get there, but again, until you actually get a call like you did, when Brian calls and says, "Darren, I'd like to congratulate you. You're a candidate for this year's Hall of Fame class." Like even Mr. Sabatino said, in the positions that he's been in and the positions that Mr. Shearer's been in, it's truly an honor. It's humbling. Like you look back and you say, there's been 28 guys that have been inducted into this league's Hall of Fame, and it's mind-boggling that they would pick me out of the group that's still remaining to be able to go in like that. So, like I said, it's something that you sit back and I'll reflect on all this. It's kind of been of a whirlwind for me, and over the next couple of days I'll get to just sit back and relax and think about it. But I'm just trying to take it all in. It's been so much fun seeing old friends.
The best teams of the first half, and a featured game with 2 Central Division clubs. Straight ahead on ECHL Week.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hi, this is Tyson Fawcett of the Brampton Beast, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Every ECHL team has moved into the second half of its respective schedule. Recently, both Colorado and Reading have fashioned impressive double-digit winning streaks. But as far as the first half of the season is concerned, there were 4 teams which stood out above the rest. Let's touch base with the coaches of all those likely playoff clubs and hear why they're having so much success this season.
The big thing that I have now, being in Allen, it's a quality of life. So we've got some guys. We have an internship with the fire department, and we have some married guys which help round the team. We're not loaning those older players. So, it helps to have a nice area where you can recruit some guys who are going to just play for you. I don't think it's really healthy to always have the whole team. I've been up north where I've had a whole team looking to be called up, and, if they're good enough to play in the American League, they're going to get an opportunity. So I think we have a pretty good blend of young guys and veteran guys.
I think we have a real good group of players that are really buying into the system, and we're playing a real good team game. And we don't have a lot of guys in the top of the league in scoring, but the team's in the top of the league in points, and that's a real credit to the care factor we have from our players and our team so far. We've had a lot of call-ups. We've got, I think, 7 guys up in the American League right now, and I don't think they'll be coming back anytime soon. But it's opportunities for other players now to show what they can do and get more responsibility and fill those roles in that void from the players that have left us. So the guys have done a good job.
Well, I think, management obviously did a great job of securing an affiliation with Colorado, and we're really excited about that. I thought, as the year went, especially into the playoffs, playing against teams like Reading and Cincinnati, you've seen the model, obviously, the ECHL come playoff time is if you want to win a championship, a lot of times you're looking to get better from your affiliates. And, getting an affiliation was a big part of that idea moving into this next season. So the affiliation has helped us recruit some better players we feel are going to be able to help us reach our ultimate goal. It's also going to give us a chance to develop some of their guys and really work with some young players that have a lot of upside, and I'm looking forward to that. So is my assistant coach, Constantine Shafrano.
We designed this team to be fast, to be good in transition, but we constantly work on it. Either out of our zone in transition, through the neutral zone in transition. We'd have a lot of specific breakdown drills for transition. We have a lot of small ice games that are in transition. So that's in design, and what is exciting about this team, they have gotten better in that. Already a pretty fast team, good in personnel, but we've gotten better in that. And again, I really like the fact that our depth is showing in our scoring.
The Missouri Mavericks have been sold to Loretto Sports Ventures, LLC, and President Lamar Hunt, Jr. The move has been approved by the ECHL Board of Directors. Hunt is well known as the oldest son of Kansas City Chiefs founder Lamar Hunt and a part owner of that National Football League franchise. Under the new ownership, the Mavericks will try to raise the local profile of the team, seek an NHL affiliation, and expand existing youth hockey programs in the Kansas City area. Speaking of the Mavericks, they're still trying to make up ground in the Central Division, trying to catch Quad City, Wichita, or Tulsa for a shot at the playoffs. The Mallards are trying to distance themselves from both the Thunder and the Oilers. Let's check out a recent battle between Missouri and Quad City. Here with the description for us are Bob Renison and Ryan Gibson.
The trigger, now he tries to set it up. It's deflected but goes to the point. Rio, a shot and a save, the rebound, another shot, another save by Clemente, and they score. Well, you can only give them so many chances.
The rebound, I'm not exactly sure how he even kept the second shot out, but he managed to do so. He wasn't able to fall on top of the rebound. It was just laying loose right behind him.
Schneider grabs Langdon, no punches thrown. Now an uppercut attempt. That's deflected wide as they still battle at one another. Oh, and a big right, and another one by Langdon. Now another and another. Langdon trying to get that hand free once again as the linesmen say, okay, guys, head to the penalty box. The Mavericks looking for the equalizer. A shot, a save, the rebound, and another stop, and somehow Milner holds on. Ozlansky with 37 seconds to go in the two-man advantage. Pass tipped aside, but the Mavericks keep it in. Walker drive going down low to block that. Rio into the corner. Sebastian Tennell gives it back to Walker. Moving in, a shot and a save, the rebound. Score! Andrew Courtney there as he did his best Undertaker imitation, and he buried it.
But he was able to get enough on it, and the initial save was made by the netminder Milner. Courtney on the doorstep was able to shovel it home to tie this game up.
Now stolen and starting back Langdon. He puts it onto the tape of Crane. Right wing feed. Sparks into the zone. Gets by Schneider. Got a shot away. A save. There's a scramble. They're storming the crease like bumblebees as the puck's still active there. Oh my gosh, there are people flying everywhere. Finally we get a whistle and play is stopped. It seems like the minute of madness is becoming a period of madness now, Ryan. They're still going.
They're still going.
Rio scores.
Quad City has had every opportunity in this third period. They've had the Mavericks scrambling all over the place.
Joe Perry all over him is Crane. Oh, and another big hit. That's time on Perry delivering that. Riley Grantham once again. He is throwing his weight around, but taken by Perry, swatted away, but an opportunity and a score. Fox increases the lead.
For Quad City, they'll make it hurt, and that's exactly what they do. You just cannot give a sharpshooter that much open ice.
Parker Milner, an excellent game for the Quad City Mallards as he turned aside 26 of 27 Missouri shots.
We spend lots of time talking about on-ice activity, but sometimes it's good to move away from the arena and see how ECHL teams spend their time helping out their communities. Some members of the Wichita Thunder recently paid a visit to a local hospital, delivering toys donated by fans at their annual Teddy Bear Toss Night. A group of players stopped by Via Christi Hospital St. Francis in Wichita to surprise pediatric and neonatal intensive care unit patients with teddy bears and toys that were donated after Mike Wilson's goal on December 13th. More than 2,000 teddy bears were collected that night, and the Thunder players were pleased to do their part in helping distribute some new toys and good cheer. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back with another show next month. Until then, don't forget to stay up to date with ECHL news by keeping track of our social media sites. And as we say goodbye today, let's take one last look at activity away from the rink during the ECHL's Fan Fest and 21st All-Star Game in Orlando.
Ladies and